Some Days Today by Matthew Dex was an absolutely fantastic read. The flow, the writing style, the content were absolutely 10 out of 10. And I wrote so many notes on this book. So here are the 22 simple actionable ways you can improve your life. Ask your 100-year-old self for advice. Don't ask your current version of yourself what they would like and not like to do. Ask your 100-year-old self what they would be proud that you did. We all live thinking that the future is so far away from now, but actually the future is today. Whatever you're doing today determines your tomorrow. So write that book, film that video, be a chicken, not a pig. And here he tells this story, this kind of metaphor about this chicken and this pig that open a restaurant called Bacon and Eggs. Now, the pig is committed because he's the bacon, he's the meat, while the chicken is only involved. He just gives them eggs and then can kind of do its thing. So the message here is to lay different eggs. Try to get involved in different things. Don't commit to just one thing. Just explore around, see what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And he also says not to juggle everything at once. Leave the juggling to jugglers. So when you have 3 eggs, don't work on all 3 eggs all at once. You have a set amount of time and you have to prioritize which egg is more important. So maybe egg number 1 is the most important. Dedicate 50% of your time to egg number 1, maybe 20% of your time to egg number 2, and 30% of your time to egg number 3. 86,400 seconds. That is how many seconds you have in a day. So make the most out of them, because life is not lost by dying. Life is lost minute by minute, day by day, in all the small and caring ways. So make the most out of every minute you have in your day. When you're making a decision, take into account time and think about whether it's worth your time. So for example, is it worth to have a longer commute to have more room in your house? Maybe yes, maybe not. That all depends on you. He also says to not wait for the right time, because waiting for the right time is just an excuse to say that you have better things to do. Also, if you have the means for it, pay for play. So pay somebody to do the things that you're supposed to do the things that you actually want to do. Think of time as money. Time is a commodity. You have as much time as the richest person on this planet. So make sure whatever you're doing is worth your time. Would you ever spend 14 hours of your pay on playing a video game or scrolling on social media? No, I don't think you would. So really focus on doing things that make you grow and evolve, because your time is precious. Be an eagle. Identify your priorities and let go of the things that won't matter. If something won't matter in a couple of hours or even a couple of days, don't let it matter today. Let go of the things that you can't control and focus on the things you can control and work for that. Focus. And if you're having difficulty deciding what to prioritize, just ask your 100-year-old self for advice. Ask them what it is that they would like you to prioritize right now. Be a criminal. And this has to be one of my favorite chapters. You put things in a perspective that I never thought of. You know, sometimes in life you have to decide that rules don't apply to you. Sometimes there's rules that are just made up, or there isn't a right way to do something, and yet we follow these mindless rules that make no sense. When you're making a decision and you have a roadblock stopping you, think about whether you can break the rules and do something against the rules. Of course, if something is gonna get you into jail, kicked out of school, or lose your job, then maybe don't do it. But, you know, evaluate whether you should follow that rule or not. Say yes. Saying yes might lead somewhere, but saying no, you already know it's gonna lead nowhere, right? You're allowed to change your mind. So say yes, and then we'll see. You choose the finish line. Now, it's good to pick a direction, okay? I talked about this in the video I made about seeing life as a journey, but when you are starting something, you have to have some sort of finish line, but finish line evolves. You don't have to stick with what you decided when you started. Things can change, path can evolve, you might change your mind, and you know, it's absolutely absurd when people ask you what's your 5, 10, 15-year plan in life, and I'm like, bro, like, do I look like I have a magic ball to you? Like, do I look like I can predict the future? I can tell you where I am working to be, but maybe I'll get there in a year, maybe I'll get in 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, this question is absolutely absurd, and they ask it so much in interviews, and honestly, it's just ridiculous, okay? Just stop asking that question, please. Don't lose your day over rotten people. We all know the saying, a rotten apple will spoil the whole bunch. And you know, if you're still a good apple, run. Just run as far as the bunch as you can so that you won't rotten too. Don't waste your time over people that are not worth your time. Sometimes people are mean, whatever. You need to learn how to empathize and understand why they acted that way. Maybe somebody was mean to them their whole life and now they're being mean to you, like, as a payback. And you know, understand that, empathize with them, and let go. Some people are limited and you have to accept them for what they are and let go, because you have better things to do. Make terrible things. Perfectionism is your fear of you not being good enough. Okay, let's be honest, that's what it is. You want to make it better because what you're doing doing right now, you don't think is good enough. But it is. You can only learn by doing. So make sure that whatever you're doing now is better than what you were doing before. That should be enough. Just accept that. Like, this is like what, my 6th video. It's not gonna be the best video I make, but it's gonna be the best video I can make right now. That's all I can do. Okay, you have to let go of that perfectionism. It's not good for you. You're doing something. It's better than most people, honestly. Optimize your sleep. We all know how much better a day is if we have a good night of sleep. Make sure you go to sleep and you wake up at the same time every day, because your sleep and awake schedule is run by the circadian rhythm. And your circadian rhythm doesn't know whether it's a weekday or a weekend, so make sure you're following the same schedule every day. Know your story. Don't forget how far you come. Don't forget about all the accomplishments you have conquered. And there is this quote from the TV show Mom, from the character Marjorie, that I really love, and it goes,
"We always look at the mountains ahead of us, and we forget the mountains behind us were just as hard to climb."
Whoa. We gotta start writing this stuff down.
Just remind yourself how far you've come and look in front of you and says, I have done all of these things. I am capable. I can do all of these other things. How did they do it? If you want to do something, find somebody who did it, look at how they did it, and that will actually give you so much inspiration, because their path, I guarantee you, was not linear. Don't expect it's just like one road to success. It's not gonna be like that. You need to try different things, do different things, because that's how it works. Look at how people did something and then find inspiration in that. Put your eyes on the prize. Think about why you're doing what you're doing and use it to motivate yourself. Choose your goals wisely. Don't pick a goal that you can't control. Like, if, for example, if you're like me and you're starting a YouTube channel, don't put like, I want this many subscribers in this many days. I can't control that. I just can't. What I can control is putting a video out every week that I'm proud of, and let go of the things you can control. Just motivate yourself with the feeling you'll have once you'll achieve what you want. Celebrate often. Remember to celebrate your milestones as you prepare for the road ahead. And this is a quote from Nelson Mandela, and it's so beautiful because it really tells you how much your accomplishment can motivate you. Don't wait for other people to recognize how far you've come. You have to recognize how far you come, because you're the only person who knows how much effort it took for you to get where you are today. Find your people. Remember that at different times in your life, you'll need different kind of people. So make sure you're taking that into account. Sometimes you'll grow people, and you know what? That's good for you. It's not so good for them, but it's good for you that you have grown and you have evolved, and you need maybe more. And I mentioned this on my last video about life being a journey, so you can check that out if you'd like. I'll put it somewhere. Don't be an asshole. It is so much easier to be a good person than to pretend to be a good person. Otherwise, you have to keep with all the lies. You have to fake a smile. Don't do that. If somebody upsets you, somebody makes you angry, breathe. If you're getting mad at somebody, tell them, hey, I'm upset right now. I need an hour, I need 2 hours, I need a day. I'll circle back and we'll talk it out. So go reflect, you know, really get to know what's going on, because most of the time we get upset for something, but in reality that is not what we're really upset at. Like, for example, a lot of people get angry because they're angry, actually just hungry, so they get angry. And I'm one of those people. When I'm hungry, you can't talk to me. Like, I am the worst person ever. Now that I'm aware of it, I say, I'm hungry, don't talk to me. I literally say that to people, and people usually take that pretty well. They're like, okay, I'm not gonna talk to her, she's hungry. Feed yourself compliments. We've all heard that we need to talk to ourselves like we talk with the people that we love, like we talk with our friends. And remember that. Remember to compliment yourself. And you know, there is this little tip that I've heard in different places, including this book, that says that you should collect the compliments that you receive from the people that you love. Even go ask the people that love you, or your friends, your family, what they love about you, and put it on a list. And then when you need a little pick me up, go read it. That will just fuel you up. You can't change unless you change. You can't evolve unless you take the step to do that. You can't grow a successful business unless you put in the work to do that. So make sure that when you're saying that something is not working out, that you're putting in the work, because you can't change unless you actually act on that. You can't change unless you change. Consume good content. Feed your brain good content. Make it work. Nourish it. That is how ideas flourish. So consume good content that makes you happy, that makes you learn something. And you know, if you got this far, you're doing a good job. Be optimistic. I'm just gonna pull a quote out of the book. Pessimists die knowing that they were right, while optimists thrive. Don't get focused on the things you can't control. Do the things that you can control and let the universe do its thing. So if you got this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you again.